Why? Easy. Yeah. You know what I holla? Do you know what I holla?
Manipulate your bitch and mold your hoe. Welcome, everybody. It's the White Bronco Show.
Welcome, everybody, to the White Bronco Show with your host, Tommy Marks. My name is Aaron Bendersky. Fuck with us on Twitter at White Bronco Show. I'm at Big Happy Trees. Tommy's at Uncle Tio's Ninos. Our guest tonight was named GQ Man of the Year twice. He's a filmmaker, musician, philanthropist, a big game hunter. Run Amok, his band, has played the Rose Bowl and Dodger Stadium, the only LA-based band to ever do that. He's the youngest billionaire living in the Western Hemisphere. Our friend, and yours, Paul Missirlian.
Thank you.
What's up, Paul?
How's it going, man?
Welcome. You're a musician. You've been thinking about getting into comedy. That's why we brought you on.
Yeah.
Do you know who Dean Del Rey is?
Nope.
He's a comic, and he was in like a rock band playing on the Sunset Strip and shit forever. And he just started doing comedy like 5 years ago, right?
I guess, yeah, he's huge
5
now.
or 6 years ago, and
Huge now.
He's the shit. But
Yeah.
he was like rock and roll, like hardcore, like what the fuck am I gonna do? Like when he hit like 46, and then by 51 he's like a paid traveling successful comic.
Yeah.
And I mean, like I feel like a lot of that is you got confidence because do you sing in your band?
No, I play drums. I used to sing.
You play drums?
Band, but yeah.
Do you ever jump on the mic?
I have, yeah. I was on the mic on my older band. I did that for like 6 years.
So you're in a
Were you screaming?
you were in a
Yeah.
band. You were in a
Nice.
band for 6 years. What were you guys called?
Still alive.
Still alive? Why'd you guys break up?
Just everyone got older, wanted to do other things.
Everybody
Like,
died.
Everyone died.
Everyone died.
Well, in a way, I guess, yeah. They all got jobs, that occupy their time. So it's like
What's the new band you're in?
Run Amok.
Run Amok. And you guys have been together for how long?
3 years.
3 years. Okay. And what's the craziest story you got being in what do you guys classify yourself? What kind of genre?
I guess like hardcore music, like not like that techno stuff, but like similar to like punk and.
Let's hear like a punk story, like maybe kicking someone in the face on stage, someone getting their ass tickled after a show,
Throwing somebody off stage.
Yeah.
Fuck. I don't want to let you down with the story because it's usually pretty boring. But I mean, there's been like usually the atmosphere I'm around. There's back then, at least when I was singing, fights were like pretty common, like people mosh and stuff like that. I remember this one story. I was at a show and this band was from Pittsburgh. They were called Punishment. And
I love hardcore band names. The best.
Punishment.
Hammer
yeah.
Fist.
Hammer Fist. That's an OC band.
Yep.
Give a shout out to them.
They're my boys.
Love you, Swayho. Anyway, yeah, there's this kid, hot pink pants. The guy must have been 400 pounds, cartwheeling into the entire crowd. I could see what I thought was either like a ball sack spread out or it was like a deep vag. I couldn't tell.
Vag.
But he was like cartwheeling into the crowd and just fucking people up. And I just remember like thinking like, fuck, like I'm so glad I'm not down in that pit right now.
So that's the difference between like you're not dancing in a hardcore show. You're beating the fuck out of someone.
Well, I mean, yeah.
You're getting the fuck beaten out of you.
Yeah.
True,
One
true.
of the two. Yeah.
All right, so you do comedy shorts with a production company.
Yeah.
It's you and who else?
It's me and my guitar player in my current band, Justin Ton.
So do you know who Fred Armisen is?
Nope.
He does the show Portlandia from Saturday Night Live. I heard he was in a band and he was just touring, and then they made a couple of videos of him at like Democratic conventions, and that was like seriously his submittal to SNL, and that's how he got on.
I heard he was
really?
a sociopath.
Yeah.
Have you heard about that?
I heard he's crazy.
Fred
I heard he's
Armisen,
like really
he
weird.
tricks girls into thinking that he's going to marry them, and then he just never talks to them again.
So like a Norman Bates kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or,
Well, that's
but
kinda
without the
fucking
mother.
awesome.
Like,
Who doesn't do that?
Dude,
Yeah.
Google the truth about Fred Armisen. It's an interesting article.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, he was a
Isn't that guy-
he was also a musician before he got into comedy, and he made just a video like with a fucking camera and I think a microphone. That was it.
yeah.
And he got on to SNL.
Well, lucky him.
So if you're gonna put together 5 minutes, like if I was gonna put you on a show,
Uh-huh.
what would your 5 minutes be about? What kind of like premises do you have?
Well, I would talk about myself
Okay.
to start off, like kind of get everyone to know who I am, I guess. Trail off into what I do.
You would have to inform everyone, hey, I know I got a ponytail, but I don't got a van outside.
I know, exactly. I have to inform everyone
With a
that, like,
saxophone.
don't worry, I'm not here to rape anybody. I'm actually just trying to make you laugh. No, but I would probably start off with myself, talk about what I do, maybe slide into some like relationship stuff, and then ease my way into the closing segment, porn or something.
I would tell fucking fibs and fake fucking crazy
You come in with the
stories
jokes and the quips.
about being in a band. Because A, it'd be like cross promoting your band, and then B, I would just like be like, I was in this sick. I'd be like Tenacious D. You know, I'd be like just talking about your band. I would have that enthusiasm because people would be like, this is kind of sick, and you're like cross promoting right there.
Yeah.
But you're also telling great fucking jokes about like rock and roll, getting assholes tickled. I don't know what you do in the punk scene.
Honestly,
My friend got a girl's vagina was pierced, and he got a dick scab from that at a punk concert once. And that's pretty fucking punk rock.
like finding a fucking piercing like on a girl down there is like finding like a washer.
It's like finding gold.
It's like finding washer in
like
like
finding-
a pastrami sandwich or something like that.
It's like finding gold buried in your backyard.
I mean,
Are you kidding me?
like a leprechaun's gonna come out of her ass and just be like, you hit the ticket. You know what I mean? Like you
Hey,
found it.
what's
That was the first threesome I ever had.
what's the first comedy show you ever went to?
First comedy show I ever went to. Fuck. Honestly, I haven't gone to many. The first one I think I went to was Jim Norton at the Ontario Improv.
solid.
Nice. How old were you?
Oh, dude, this was like 2 years ago.
Mine was
Like,
Gallagher.
Yeah.
You're 25.
Yeah. No, 26.
So you didn't
No.
ever went and saw live stand up until you were 26 years old?
No, nothing like
Wow,
nothing like that.
that's
Yeah, I like pretty much YouTube and like just I mean I used to like have Carlin like VHS like recordings from any time he did like an HBO special or something like that. But
And hey, we go back to the 5th grade, and I just want to thank you for letting me borrow Half Baked on
Yeah.
VHS.
you're welcome.
That shit, I mean, the way you pumped it up though in class before I saw it, I was just like, man, this dude is a comedy guru. He knows funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think about like now that I'm doing comedy, I think back to like people who are into comedy or shit like that, and I'm like, fool, you're ahead of your time. Serving out Half Baked like that.
No, well, I mean, ahead of my time giving other people's like comedy, I guess. Yeah.
Was that? How did you get that movie? Was it an older brother's? Was it yours?
No, I think my parents bought it for me, dude. Like, I was kind of like a hermit. Like, I would watch movies all day, every day. Like, that's kind of like, I guess that's my main thing that I love, like film. But I saw that in theaters, and I remember people were like smoking weed in the theaters too. My sister was like pothead. I like smoked my first time when I was 13, so it was like, it was, you know, it was that movie.
My sister was a pothead.
Yeah.
But I don't have an.
Did you become a meth head? Or?
I don't have a sister, so I was a pothead for her.
Okay. All right. You try again next time.
What like if you could go see one comedian now, who do you like?
Honestly, I saw him recently, and I love him, and I want to see him again. Doug Stanhope.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah, Doug Stanhope all
Stand
day.
easy.
And do you like I know you're a music guy, but do you listen to any music or comedy podcasts besides the White Bronco Show?
I listen to the White Bronco Show every single fucking Wednesday, right? Is it Wednesday?
Yeah, Wednesday
I don't know.
10.
Have you seen Fat Tuesday yet? Have you been down to Holt and Gary?
No.
Have you used?
Is that the
discount?
prostitute?
Yeah, you got a girl, but
Yeah.
if you ever need, I mean, shit, anything.
She's not listening. Listen, go down to Fat Tuesday.
Okay.
Okay.
This
and
is on
ask
hold.
her. Ask her for Aaron's special. She'll know what it means. Just make sure you clear the rest of your day, and it's gonna take about 3 hours.
And have a safe word, and just tell her no plastic bag on the face.
I'm just looking for somebody to eat lunch
She
with.
doesn't
to be
have a
honest.
Aaron
Dude.
special, hold the plastic.
She
That
doesn't
bitch
have-
tickled my liver last time I asked for that shit.
Oh
yeah,
my god.
I mean, who doesn't want
Hopefully
that?
your
though?
girlfriend doesn't listen.
Honestly, no, it doesn't matter. Like, honestly, if there's blood's not involved, then I'm not gonna get turned on. So, like,
All right, Dexter.
I know. Yeah.
She'll draw
That show
blood from
fucking
you.
is awful, by the way. I
She'll
hate that
draw
show.
blood from you.
Good.
What shows do you like? And have you ever written a song?
Her pussy cures cancer, by the way.
Have you ever written a song that's inspired by a movie
No,
or named a song after a movie?
not that I can recall.
Okay. Tribute songs to movies are my favorite.
I'm sorry to disappoint.
And jokes like that are movie references.
Mhm.
That's like my favorite type of joke, pretty much.
Okay. Yeah, none of that from me.
If you could like be or meet one director, who would it be?
One director, probably Martin Scorsese.
Really?
Yeah, not a comedy director.
Do you
nothing like
have
that,
this is a fucked question, but do you have like a top 3 favorite movies?
but- Yeah, but it changes like it's
Because
the top 5.
I'm
but,
gonna
but
listen
they
to
change
your,
the top
we're
3.
gonna hear your top 5, and then I'm gonna like kind of judge your music and have a prejudgment of your music based off of your movie selection.
It's not going to be accurate, but okay.
Is there any relation?
No, not at all. Like top 3 movies: Magnolia, Boogie Nights, but same director, Paul Thomas Anderson, and then probably Requiem for a Dream.
So you definitely listen to like Africa Bambaataa and the Zulu Nation. I think that's probably your number 1 band then.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put it together.
That or Prince. Yeah.
I would say your number 4 movie is The Color Purple. If you had to keep going.
No.
If you had to keep going.
We had a comedian come on, and we're like, "What do you?" He's like, "You know what I compare my comedy to? What movie?" And he was like, "Over the Top."
The Godfather. I mean, what? Is
No.
that what he said? I don't remember.
Yeah,
What
he said Over the Top.
Who was that? Was that?
And I was like, I need to have a fucking answer for that question.
Who was that? J-Rock?
Is that porn that Sly Stallone was in?
No, it's the arm wrestling movie.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Excuse me.
I mean, yeah, you could call that a porn.
Well, I see a lot of
If you
short
like-
Italian guys in
If you
porn.
like sweaty forearms, that's a fucking porno.
Yeah.
And I'll take a fucking sweaty forearm any day.
Are chicks into that?
Forearms?
Yeah.
I'm not bringing a towel with me on dates anymore.
All right. So this is a game. This is a game we do with our guests.
Okay.
Last night we were in Pomona with a
It's not a game.
We didn't know. We thought she was a prostitute. We were playing Cosby Roulette. We had some pills. This woman died. We discovered after she died, we were going through her stuff. She's an undercover cop.
Okay.
And we both jizzed in her. We're
Okay.
really scared. We don't know what to do. We got her wrapped up in a shower curtain in the back of our white Bronco.
Okay.
What do we do? We need your advice.
I just want to clarify something.
Where do we? This is a high fucking sensitive situation. She's a cop.
Okay.
I want to clarify something. Tommy thought that I jizzed in her. I did go in after Tommy, but I just like the feeling of that. I didn't actually jizz in her. But I was like, my DNA is probably.
But
still
you're an accomplice. You're accessory to it.
Yeah,
then.
and like my fingerprints are still there.
Okay. Well, something's there.
What's the first move?
Okay. So you both jizzed in her. She's wrapped up in a shower curtain. She's an undercover cop, right?
Yeah. Well, for the record, I jizzed in multiple holes.
Okay. Eat some pudding. You're fucked. Like straight up. Like I don't know. Just wait for the cops to come, the cavalry, or call Cliff Huxtable.
Well, what do we? No. We got time.
Oh, you got time. Okay.
Should I just call the cop? Like, what are we gonna do?
Dude, I would say that you're.
Where do we drive to?
If you can find like.
This is what I'm thinking. We go to Magic Mountain. We take her to the top of not Supreme Screen. What's the one? The Superman ride. Okay. As it goes up, we chuck her body off of that. Okay. And
Will it be open at that time? Though is what I want to know.
We're gonna Weekend and Bernie sneak her in to the park and like taking pictures, making an Instagram for her. Be like,
put her in a wheelchair.
She looks like a ghost, like covered in ectoplasm, like.
Oh fuck! Put her in a wheelchair.
We'll put her in a wheelchair, sunglasses on her. We'll get her through the thing. We'll get her on
That's
Supreme
kind
Screen.
of a good idea.
Right? We get her on Supreme
Jesus.
Screen and we hit the apex of it. We
Sneaking
release
a
her.
dead chick into Six Flags.
I would say.
We get
just
at the
leave
front of
scene,
every
man.
line. Not only do you get the front of every line, they stop the ride, back it up, and you're on. As soon as you enter, stop everything.
That is a fucking good idea. Hey, I mean, we got to warm up and watch Weekend and Bernie's, see their like techniques and maneuvers. You know what I mean? I think we can pull it off.
Rigor mortis sets in, like I think after like a day, but since you guys have jizzed in her, that sets in like 10 minutes.
I don't ever since. So this like one time I was having sex with a pie on my counter and my dad walked in on me, and ever since then I haven't liked jizzing.
Is this American Pie?
That's American Pie, bro.
That's my life.
No.
This is my life.
What kind of pie was it?
This guy
Like a
parties
warm
too hard
apple-
every
like a-
weekend.
like a
Don't say
warm
cream pie
like
either,
a warm
please.
apple pie.
This guy parties too
My
hard every
second
weekend.
favorite kind of pie.
He forgets. He mixes his movies with his life.
Oh,
His
okay.
memories are all distorted, so we have to.
I don't
separate
think
the
that's.
two
I
sometimes.
don't think
I
that's
do that
true.
too, though. Like that's in fairness, like I do that too. I
He's
walk
been
around.
accusing me of that for a long time. I don't think personally that it's true because this is my life.
Okay.
Well, I try to do that with the porn I watch, and that's why I feel like a fucking like a Roman emperor because I'm just like, I'm just jacking off to everything, man.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Like,
Hey, you have a girlfriend for a long time. Is she okay with you looking at porn?
Yeah. I would. I mean, I don't really know. But I'm gonna say yeah. Like, I don't know.
Do you know that PTSD from porn is a real thing?
No, I believe it.
Yeah, Dr. Drew
Like,
and people are.
From when I started watching to where I am now, it's gotten so bad. Like sometimes, like I'll jack off and then I'll be like, I didn't do it good enough. Like I got to do it again, and I do it right after that, and like little comes out, and I just keep going till I'm empty.
If you
wait,
bust
wait.
before your favorite moment, it's the worst thing.
Oh
in the
yeah, I
world, 'cause
time
you
it.
know
No,
that
I
it's
totally
coming.
time it.
Hey, Aaron, Over under, how many times has Tommy rubbed one out to the neighbor's cat this week?
The neighbor, yeah, that's what I was wondering. Over under, I mean, for sure over 4.
I
But
mean,
For today.
if by cat you mean woman, I
does
creep on
food
through a
does
a
food
peephole.
turn you on?
Yeah.
Like, is there
About
certain
6.
like strawberries or peaches that when you look at it, like I have to go to the other room?
No,
'Cause sometimes a fuzzy peach.
I mean,
You know what I mean? Like
Cut open though.
Tommy,
Like, 2 slices missing.
Tommy, if you
exactly
had to,
prepared or unprepared.
Tommy, if you had to bang a food item, would it be pizza or a ham and cheese sandwich?
Hot. Wait. Are these hot items?
They won't burn you.
light mayonnaise on the ham
but
and
it'll
cheese
feel
or
like it's
regular?
burning.
You can-
light mayonnaise or ham and cheese on the sandwich.
Light mayonnaise, and you can also roll.
Oh, I'll
a
fuck
pizza.
a light mayonnaise. I'm
hold on.
fucking that ham sandwich
All right,
if
all
it's
right,
light mayonnaise.
Fair enough.
All right, hey, we got a caller on the phone. Let's take this call real quick. Caller, you there?
Yeah.
Matt Ione, welcome to the show. Welcome to
Thank
the White
you.
Bronco Show.
Thank you for having me. I'm going by Matt Cat.
Oh, Matt Cat on Facebook. Where else can people find you? Do you have a Twitter yet?
We'd edit out that last part, but we don't know how to do that.
No Twitter?
No, I made an account to say something to Joss Whedon, and then I just didn't do anything with it.
It is, I think you should have one because everyone I know just writes jokes on it, and it's only 4 jokes, and I think if you just wrote funny observations or anything, I would fucking love it, and I think
I
a lot
track
of
how
people
much
love
blood in my poo there is every day. Like today was a number 4 day. It's on a scale of 1 to 4.
Hey, well, Twitter is an indirect way of writing one-liners, and it's how I really got into comedy. So, if I wished anyone to have a Twitter, it would be you. So get one, and we'll promote it on the White Bronco Show.
All right.
Hey,
Sounds
so
like a plan.
That's a promise.
all right, so you're one of the smartest people I know. Tell us about the science of immortality and where people stand right now.
Well, I think we can live a lot longer than we're living now.
Where do you think people are, and where do you think the medicine of it is going to be in like 50 years?
I think the biotechnology right now is biological immortality rendering.
Biological immortality rendering?
Explain.
Yeah, I think that
Expand.
biological immortality, that this is the era of it, and it's a difficult conversation to have because it rocks the boat, culturally and
Right.
politically and theistically. But
If it was legit and there was like a pill you could take and you could live for like 300 years, do you think people would want to die after 300 years? And the only way to do it eventually is going to be to kill yourself, right?
no, I mean, people would still.
You think if you
As
started
long
taking
as-
the medicine, you would take it forever and you would never die? Like if you were like a person who went in, you would go all in and you would take it and never die?
I think if you put me,
And catch herpes like 15 times and you're like, from like the same chick in like 2 different centuries, and just making mistakes for hundreds of years.
What do you think will come first, the cure for herpes or the infinite lifespan?
I think they're both already here. They're both.
And they're hiding it from us? Are they hiding it from us?
I don't want to get into any kind of conspiracy theory.
Let's turn it to the Alex Jones show. I have the documents, people. Okay, there's black helicopters hovering over this studio right now.
I do think it's undeniable that certain people, there are like institutions that are accustomed to the way things have worked up until this point, but we've reached a breaking point.
If you believe in one conspiracy, what would it be? Or that people categorize as a conspiracy? What do you think is the most interesting?
That true health is withheld from the people intentionally.
And what country do you think has all these cures? Multiple nations?
Peru.
Oh yeah.
It lies in the cocoa plant, my friend.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on in Peru. But
I don't doubt that living forever is not possible, because I was actually a robot to begin with, and I was a nanny for a family for almost 200 years until the scientist who was the doctor, he was a doctor, and he actually started running human blood through my system, and then after a time, all of my organs were replaced, and I became an actual human.
Is this the movie Ex Machina?
It's bicentennial, man.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
I don't.
This guy's in a delusional haze here, where he gets his life and film.
I'll have what he's
mixed up.
having.
I dig it, and I don't doubt it. You know, I don't care. I think it's good. I think if somebody can be an animal robot, by all means. I've got a roommate that's trying to make like a droid Pokemon, like a Pokemon that will like help us around the house.
What about chemtrails, man?
What about chemtrails?
Far out right now. No, fuck chemtrails. That's way too fucking out there.
Don't get him started, man.
Matt.
I was gonna say. I'm really not too opinionated on that.
Yeah, especially since they're contrails from condensation.
Well, we know where Blaine stands.
Tell us a little bit about your comic.
A little bit about the comic book.
Yeah.
What's
it called?
Right now. Well, the working title that I handed off was Ocho, because I like the number 8. And, you know, I'm obviously interested in the idea of infinity as a life extension activist. But I've been thinking about changing the title.
Have you ever reached out to other people online who are the same as you, life extension activists? Like, or have you just come across people who are like on the same path just randomly in your life?
Yeah. Have any of you guys heard of Quora or whatever the fuck it is?
No.
What's that?
It's a forum. You can ask any question that you want. And I've asked. It's designed by one of Mark Zuckerberg's friends, and I think some of the funding for it came from Mark, and it was designed so that people can basically receive credible answers publicly, and people will either like upvote it or downvote it. It's like a Twitter, I suppose, but it's a little bit more expansive.
That sounds really cool.
So that's where you're getting information and connecting with people and talking to people in like kind of like chat room.
Some of it. I sent you a bunch of Nova Science, Neil Tyson links on Facebook, so you guys can, in the future, maybe we can talk again, and you guys can peruse some of that content casually on your own time.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it would be better if y'all structured how you wanted to bring things up as talking points.
I have a question about if you've been on that website, and you want.
That was the funniest thing that's been said all episode.
No.
Sorry.
If you've been on that website, have you read anything about a meteor that's supposed to hit near like Puerto Rico in September?
In September? No, but I wouldn't worry about it. I really wouldn't worry. I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Tommy tried to scare me as soon as I got out of the car today, and he's like, "Dude, did you hear about this? Did you hear about this meteor that's going to hit Puerto Rico and 1 million people are going to die?" And I just taken like 4 bong rips before.
Well, what would you do if you were in a position of authority and yeah, like if you were in some kind of executive authority, like a political office, like let's say you were a fucking Air Force admiral or you're a president or something, and Earth is going to get fucking smacked by a meteor, what would you do?
Completely smashed, and there's no hope
Rico,
at all. We know it.
You'd have to evacuate an entire nation, or like the whole and surrounding countries. You'd have to evacuate them to U.S. and Europe.
But if it was a life-ending event on Earth where the entire Earth was going to go, and I was in a position of power and only held that, like only a few people had that privileged information, I probably wouldn't tell anyone if there was no hope, because it would only create chaos and more death, more unnecessary suffering that would eventually happen anyway. And there probably wouldn't be any suffering. Like if it was one cataclysmic event, life would go on, and then it wouldn't, and that would be it. But all of the crazy chaos that would happen before that would probably be pretty intense and unnecessary if there was nothing we could do. But also, yeah, I don't know.
I would
What
rip
were you
off
gonna say, Tom?
every rub and tug on the West Coast if I knew the world was going to end. I would go in there
Yeah.
with $20 and walk out. You know what I mean? Actually, that's kind of what I do on a weekly basis. But what are you going to do, Matt?
See, I would just electromagnetically redirect that bitch. You know, like I think we've got tractor beams and they're for real. You know, Tommy, you and I were talking about this last night. We've got laser beams and rail guns and shit.
Yeah,
I would hope that like these governing bodies, these collectives that, you know, supposedly it's their
what
their
I would
fucking
like
job.
what I would like is a meteor to hit, have everyone evacuated, but it to scare the shit out of everybody and kind of unite nations and tell religion to fuck off a little bit and just make people question things and look at the fucking world differently. But hopefully, actually, you know, I take that back. I hope this shit doesn't hit.
You would like for a hero. You essentially you're trying to tell me that you would enjoy Hiroshima Nagasaki incident.
Just for all the third boobs that would grow out.
I love
of all the
it.
chicks.
I love it.
It's as funny as the Death Star that we have floating up there, you know.
It's almost as funny as the Holocaust.
Hey Matt, we do this thing with our guests. Last night we were playing a game of Cosby Roulette with a woman. We both jizzed in her. She died. We found out she was an undercover cop. You're in Los Angeles. You're with us. We're panicking. What would your first move do to help us? What are you gonna do, Matt? You're a smart.
What
guy.
am I gonna do to
in his
fucking help
DNA
you?
is all over it.
Yeah,
too.
we've jizzed in every hole.
What am
all
I
over
gonna
our
do to
clothes.
help you? I'm gonna immediately flee the country because time is of the essence.
But what do we do? Like we're in a state of shock. She's in a shower curtain in the back of the White Bronco. You're our only hope. Give us advice, please. And then you can.
Dude, you fucking dissolve all of that shit with chemicals and fire.
Where?
Period.
Do we go out to the desert, Palm Springs,
Anywhere,
the beach,
wherever you've
the
got to
sand?
go to like
Do you know if
access
there's, like,
all of the necessary components to like reduce it to nothing. You know, I
Is
mean,
there a drained pool you know of somewhere we can just throw them in?
Is there a dumpster that we can just throw it in?
So we need.
well, I'm pretty sure y'all have access to the Pacific Ocean, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully,
I don't.
Sure.
you can always Dexter that.
We'll go out in a dinghy.
So
Yeah, you can go out on a little
boat?
personal boat.
a boat? Is that what you're suggesting?
Get out on a
Sure.
boat, light it on fire, and throw it out in the ocean.
Of course, the guy from
give it a captain's
Seattle's
burial.
only fucking answer is a boat. You Puget Sound motherfucker. What? Really? So how are we gonna get a boat though? It's hard here in LA.
Would you rather go back to murder or stealing a boat?
We have to
Tommy?
pay off some guy fishing off the pier.
Dude, I can.
You find the one weird ass fisherman out there at fucking midnight, like just.
God damn it!
Hey, Aaron had the idea of taking the dead body with us, like it was still alive in a wheelchair, to Six Flags, Magic Mountain, and then Weekend in Bernie's. We're taking pictures. We're having fun. Get on the top of a roller coaster and then throw her off the roller coaster like she died up. Like she
fell off the thing. It's
Yeah.
on Six Flags now. Like, why was there jizz?
You
in it?
know.
That's on Six Flags now. We don't have any answers.
That is
for
the
you.
best answer I think we've had so far.
Yeah, she's an Anaheim corpse. She loves it. She's having a good time.
The problem is, Tommy, you're already in the system. Your DNA is already in the system.
Of
Damn,
course
I know,
we jizzed in
dude.
her.
Yeah.
We brought her to went to Six Flags with her. She let
Yeah.
us come inside her.
Oh, okay.
That's
I
why
know,
you go to
hey.
Six Flags.
Remember?
I go to Six Flags for the unprotected sex. I don't know about you.
Tommy, remember how many conversations you, Brent, and I had about how much we hate condoms?
Yes. I mean, I'm a
Don't you
fan
just hate
to this
condoms
day.
and love just love STDs?
How are you doing with that? You don't have any kids yet? It's a fucking race between you and Brent.
Dude, never fucking ask anybody that question. Holy hell!
How many candles did you light for all those aborted babies you had this Father's Day?
Oh God, I don't know, dude.
I lit a soccer team up, like 11, 12 maybe.
I put my trash can in the middle of a bunch
lit
of
a
candles.
Candles for all my boys.
And for my left D, and for my center
Well, Matt, thank you for calling in. We'll get next time you call in, we'll talk a little bit more about your comic book, and maybe we'll have like a link up to it, and maybe we'll have a Twitter up for you that people can find you at. But if not, find him on Facebook at Matty Cat. What city are you out of right now? Seattle, Washington?
Seattle, Mad Cat, yeah.
Yeah, if you want to talk comics with this guy, he's a genius. And if you want to talk basically anything with him, he's one of the smartest people I know. Add him on Facebook. He's down for cyber sex, softcore, YouTube lap dances.
Hey Matt, real
All
quick,
that shit.
real quick. What's the?
Oh wait, real quick. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Matt, remember in college you were running a thing on Craigslist for lesbians?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Explain that
seriously.
real quick. Explain that real quick before we go.
Well, I was thinking that it would be cool to. This is so fucked up. I can't believe I'm talking about this publicly. But you know how like gay boys and whatnot, like they sometimes take a tremendous amount of pride from being able to like turn a straight guy into a bi guy or whatever.
Yeah, of course.
Well, wouldn't you
That's how it
feel
happened for
pretty?
me.
Right, exactly. So how did you feel when you got your first lesbo?
Rich, because oh wait. So
What about if you hook up with one after or before she's come out?
Well,
Before what?
Before, what if you've hooked up with a lesbian before she comes out? Does that more
You turned
credit
her.
or less credit?
More credit to the guy.
because I
Oh,
turned her because
before-
I turned her the other way.
but do you get more
Before
credit for
she comes
bringing her
out? I mean,
back?
it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is if you made her come.
That's true. Wait.
That
So
is true.
what exactly were you doing on Craigslist? I forget.
What?
What were you posting on? You were doing.
I'm sorry. I've got my phone is a fucking piece of shit. I got to use like garbage phones because I.
All right. Yeah, I know you got burners.
It's a burner
I know
phone.
you got Seattle burners. 7-Eleven burners. What were you? What were you posting? You were like putting up a. You were like
I don't want to seem evasive. Like I was concerned that you were like, all right, yeah, like Matt's trying to be evasive. Like he doesn't want to talk about this. No, I'm
I
down.
know you'll talk about this. This is the shit.
I'm down to fucking talk about this shit. You know it.
You were like a Tinder for lesbians.
I was like on Tinder for lesbians. No, dude, I'm like very liberal about like contacting women liberally because in reality, especially digitally, you know, I think if somebody's reasonably polite enough, if you're polite enough and respectful enough, obviously, you know, I think I've probably crossed the line a couple times in my life, and I take it as a learning experience. I wanna be a good person, you know, whatnot, but I also wanna have that fucking crazy. I want to have all that crazy.
Matt, I feel like off the air you could give me a lot of tips about.
You know, like
stuff.
yeah, well, I want
You know
those
what?
crazy
How about
girls
on
in
the
my
air?
life.
How about on the air? We have to do a whole. This is our next episode with Matt is going to be all.
Right.
All this.
Give us the title of what you're doing because we gotta end the episode. But give us just an elevator pitch of exactly what you're doing.
Exactly what I was doing or what I am doing.
Yeah. Oh, are you still doing it?
Oh, word.
Am I still, no.
Are you still uniting the lesbians of Seattle?
No, I wanted to clarify. No, I use other avenues to contact like kinky, you know.
What's that one called? Pure? Are you on Pure?
Kinky people. No, there's some stuff out there that's better than that.
Really?
Wait, but
yeah.
what exactly were you doing? You
mingle.
Well,
J-Day.
you know, I'm just trying to.
I think you're afraid to say right now.
No, if I'm being perfectly honest, you know, I wanna have a good life. I want to have a happy life, and I feel like a big part of that is having a good sex life.
Right.
I was gonna say you want wife and kids and a dog and a fence. And
you
all
fucked
that.
a girl on our couch 10 times once in the span of like 3 hours. I believe that.
Dude, that girl, like, holy shit, that redhead from Lake Stevens. She moved to Texas.
Redhead.
It was one of the saddest experiences of my life because she told me that I won't say her name, but she told me that she was a nympho and she was just like banging and so good in bed. I cannot like. I mean,
why was it a bad experience?
Didn't you meet her on Craigslist?
Oh well, she left. She like left the area.
Wait. Well,
you fucked her out of town?
Oh wow.
No. She's from Lake Stevens. Apparently she knew some of Zach Muth and like, you know, his boy. I can't remember what was his Zach Wagner. Zach Muth and Zach Wagner. She like knew some of their boys and whatnot. I think she was like one of their childhood friends.
She was a cum hamper.
Yeah, she was a fucking freakazoid, and then she left to Texas. I kind of gave up on like, because I tried to sleep with her again a couple times, and she made some excuses, and they might not have been excuses. She might have had shit going on, but I figured I'd like give her some space, and I learned another pretty heavy lesson about that. It's tough when you're like totally fucking in lust with a female, when you're like totally head over heels for.
All right, lover boy. You fell in love on a one night stand. You fucked her 10 times,
dude.
She broke your heart, but we're gonna have you call in. We're not gonna be here next week, but we'll have you call in next month, and we're gonna have you tell us.
Boy.
Matt, we're gonna have you tell us about your lesbian love.
I wish I could have I wish I could feel like I deserve that.
Matt,
that
if you think dude, that is a heartbreaking story, but wait until the girl that you fell head over heels over leaves the country and gets knocked up by well, we'll get into it on another episode.
Everyone's got a sad story to tell. Let's thank our guest.
I could be like pumping out soap operas.
Yeah, no.
I could be like writing comedy for you and like pumping out like teenage nighttime women in their fucking 50s having hot flashes.
We might have to write a pilot for.
We're gonna have you call in and talk comedy, and we're gonna have you call in and talk your Craigslist lesbian operation. We'll get you on next month. Maddie Cat on Facebook. Let's give it up to our guest in studio, Paul Missirlian. Follow Paul on what's your YouTube channel?
HOB Productions.
HOB Productions. We will see you guys next week. If you are in Long Beach, catch me next Wednesday, 8 o'clock at the Gas Lamp. White Bronco Show.
But like how? You don't understand. You just don't understand. Check it out, though. Sipping martini.